Welcome everybody. Welcome to my art studio, Matisse Open Art Studio. I'm going to tell you a little story about myself, how I became an artist. I started out at the age of 10 years old. I used to do drawings on a piece of paper that my mom used to use to cook or bake. So I would take those pieces of papers and do drawings on those papers, and I would just copy off of the religious pictures until I started getting really good in drawing. I also grew up in a family, a very abusive family. My father was an alcoholic. He abused a lot my mom. He used to beat on all of us, my brother and sister, but I got the most beaten. So I was abused. And for me to escape from all that abuse thing, I would turn to do drawings to escape from that reality of that physical violence of my father used to inflict on all of us, especially more on me. So I would do drawings of images of these religious pictures because my parents, they were Catholic. At that time I was Catholic. And then from there, when I got the age of 12 years old, 13 years old, I made my first drawing of Jesus Christ. I did it so good and so well done that my father loved it and he kept it. I believe he framed it too. So from there, I was still being abused. This time wasn't physical, but it was more mental and verbal abuse from my dad because he knew that I was a teenager, that I was going to fight back. But, I never disrespected my father. I always respected him, never laid a hand on him. When I reached the age of 17 years old, I bought my first oil paints and started doing oil painting. And I learned to do that by buying these art books at the art supply store, and I started learning to do that. But right now, I'm going to stop right there. And then I'm going to go back to the story again. So let me finish this one off. So from there, I learned how to do figure painting and figure drawings. And I started doing that. And then I made my first serious lighthouse painting that I copied off of a artist book of this artist that he made a lighthouse painting. And I copied it exactly like it was, how it looked. And my dad was amazed of how I can do that. Because at the age of 10 years old, I never drew like a child. I always drew like an adult. I knew how to draw, And when I reached the age of 15 and 17 years old, I already mastered drawing. So I was self-taught. I taught myself. And right now, I'm 66 years old, been doing art as long as I can say. I went to Pratt Institute to learn to be an illustrator. And I never graduated from it, but that will be another story, I will tell you. So thank you for coming over. I appreciate you. I love you all. Be safe.